Sorry, I can't be here today, but I'm just going to walk you through today's assignment. So the easiest thing is to do is just watch a couple seconds, do the instruction, watch the video, do the instruction, watch it. So don't watch this video and then do it. So you need to watch a little bit, do the instruction. So that way you don't get too lost. So the first thing I need you to do is go to Google Classroom and download this Word document. Just open it up in Microsoft Word and then just minimize it for now because you don't need it until later. And then download the mosquito file. It's like sounds like a bee. Just save it for now. It will save into your downloads folder. So just remember that when it comes to uploading it, it will be in your downloads folder. And try to play it. So it just sounds like a bee. Okay, once you've downloaded those two things, then you can just open up PowerPoint. Just click on the PowerPoint button. Don't click one, just click choose for now and open up a blank one. So first things first, let me expand this. Go to themes and choose whatever theme you want. Now please be careful, not all themes work that well for what you want. So don't choose this one, it doesn't work very well. That might be the only one that doesn't really work that well. I'm going to do the Urban Pop. Once you choose whatever theme you want, you can go to colors and change the color scheme if you want. So I might change it to say that, or whatever you want to do. You can change the color. So not only do you have the theme you want, you have the colors that you want. I'll go with Orbit. Okay, next, click to add the title. We're doing a PowerPoint over how to make a PB&J. Basically, there's nothing hard in this PowerPoint. It's just kind of the very basics. I just have to start at the very basics and make sure everyone knows how to do it. So how to make a great PB&J. I'm going to move this into the center. And since this is my title, I do want it to stick out. So I'm going to go to the Home tab, center it, bold it if you need to, make it bigger. You can change the font color if you want. So I can change it to a golden yellow if I want to match the bottom here. And then you're going to put a gourmet recipe by, and then type your name. Do not type my name. I'm going to center this as well as best as I can, increase the size a little bit. I don't want it to be bigger than my title though, and it's a little dull, so I'm going to make it stick out a little bit better. There you go. We'll do that. So how to make a great PB&J, a gourmet recipe by your name. Next, take this Word document that you did and copy this bee picture over. You just got to click and drag. I'm going to re-minimize that. And put it wherever you want for now. We're going to come back and make some changes to this here in a second. But for now, we're going to go ahead and move on. So I'm going to go to the Home tab, click New Slide, and I'm going to choose Title and Content. And then first, we have our ingredients. I'm going to center it, make it a little bit bigger, and then type our ingredients. Okay, They say it's usually customary that, especially on a PowerPoint, the smallest you should go is a size 24 font, and that's so that the audience can see what you are doing. So I wouldn't do any font smaller than 24. So I guess I should make sure that's 24. Okay, so that's my ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and add another slide. I'm going to do a title and content. Actually, yeah, I'll do a title and content. I'm going to say tools needed. And I'm going to kind of try to match this. So this was 60. So I'm going to make this 60 and center it. And I'm going to need a knife, a spoon, plate, and a glass. Next, we want to add a picture of a PB&J. I don't know if we'll be able to find one on clip art. Let me look. Oh, here's one. I'm just going to insert this one. If you don't like this one, you can go to the internet and find a different one. This one actually works really well because it doesn't have a background to it. These words are a little small. Once again, we don't want anything smaller than 24. So I'm just going to make this 35. Actually, I like even numbers. So let me get 36. Okay, so that's my third slide. The next slide is going to be my directions. So I'm going to go title and content, directions, size 60, and I'm going to center it. Okay, and then I'm going to type my instructions. So open jars. I don't need this to be in all caps, so I'm going to open jars. Oops. Okay, so here are my instructions. I'm going to go ahead, once again, nothing smaller than a 24. And you can always increase the size of the text box if you need to. If you don't like how this one was on 2 lines, you can just increase that text box a little bit. So open jars of peanut butter and jam or topping of choice. Spread peanut butter on 1 slice of bread with a knife. Use a spoon to get jam and spread it on the other slice of bread. Put the 2 slices together and cut the sandwich in half. Put the sandwich on a plate. Pour a glass of milk. Enjoy. So reread what you did just to make sure you don't have any typos or anything like that. Okay. Now we're going to do another one. We're going to do title and content again. And we're going to do why use strawberry jam. That's going to be our title. Size 60. We'll start with 60. It might be too small, big. I'll go with 44. And then this time we are going to actually do a chart. Actually, I think I want to change the format of this. So where it says layout on my home tab, I'm going to change this to a comparison. So that way I have 2 different things. I'm going to actually click on this and delete it because I don't need it. I'm going to expand this one and move it over. And then I'm going to say 100 children. Actually, I'm going to change it. Okay, I'm I'm just going to scoot this over. Now over here, I'm going to get rid of this one as well. And I'm just clicking on this little blue edge. So you have that double arrow click, and I'm just hitting the delete button. This is where we're actually going to create a chart. So you should have 6 different buttons here. This top middle one is a chart and graph. When I click on it, it turns my ribbon into the charts. I'm going to do a column. And it's kind of being cut off probably, but look for the one that says 3D clustered column. It's the one that's to the left of this one, 3D clustered column. Click on it. Once you do that, it's going to open up a document in Excel. I'm just going to shrink this down a little bit so I can see both of them at the same time. Once you make changes to the Excel document, you can automatically see the changes in PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 different categories. I'm going to do grape. A lot of people like grape and peanut butter. They like honey and peanut butter. They like strawberries and peanut butter, or bananas and peanut butter. Okay, and so if you notice, as I retyped them, it changed it over here. I only need 1 series. So I'm going to put my cursor on the C and the D, or you can do one at a time, just with that black arrow, click, right click, and delete. Do the same thing, right click, delete. So now I only have 1 series, so then I only have 1 thing. I'm going to change the numbers to grape is going to be 33, honey is going to be 11, strawberry is going to be 46, and bananas are 10. Okay, once I do that, my chart is pretty much done, so I can just exit out of this and go back to my PowerPoint. I don't need a legend, so I'm just going to click and hit delete. For my series, I'm going to click on it, highlight it, and change the title, what topping goes best. I'm going to click on these words down here, the grape, honey, strawberry, and I'm going to go to home and I'm going to bold them a little bit. Now, this I'm going to change the color. So if I click them once, it selects all of them. See, I have these little circles. But if I click again, it just selects this one. That's what you want. So you don't want it. You want to make sure not all of them are selected. Just 1 column at a time. Go to Format, Fill, and change it to the color of choice. Since it's grape, I'm going to change it to purple. I'm going to leave honey this golden color. Strawberry, I'm going to change to red. And banana, I'm going to change to more of a yellow color. So we have something like that. So now we have, I'm going to move this down to kind of match that. So now we have a paragraph and a nice little chart there. We can also, I'm going to go to chart layout. I'm going to go to data labels, and I'm going to go value. That's going to put the value, the actual number that they are. I'm just going to click, and I can click on it, and I can physically kind of move them if I want, if they're they're kind of off-centered a little bit. So I'm just clicking on each number and moving it. Or you could even put it inside like this. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. It's not really a right, I mean, there's not really a right or a wrong. It's just whatever you feel like looks better. And obviously the white's kind of hard to see, so I would probably change it to black. Same thing for the honey. Okay, so that's a nice little chart there. So now we have 1 more to go. I'm going to go File. I'm going to do a blank this time. This time I'm going to do some word art. So I'm going to go to, I forgot where it's at. Let me find it. Well, we'll just go insert word art because I'm not sure where it's at. And then I'm going to say, enjoy your sandwich. I'm going to try to center it. Now from here, once you type it, you can go to the purple format tab and you can change the style of whatever you want. So I kind of like that a little bit. You can add some some effects. I'm gonna actually like these effects better because I can do like a little wavy. Oh, I don't like that one. I'll do this one. Enjoy your sandwich. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. So kind of just find a style you like. Find a couple. Do a transform effect. You can even add a little bit of a shadow. Something like that. So make it a fairly decent size. And then you're going to insert a text box. You're going to put it in either the left or the right corner depending on what your theme is. And you're going to put PowerPoint. Now be careful, PowerPoint, both P's are capitalized. And then put your name, not my name. If it's on the right hand side, right align it. If you put it on this side, make sure you just left align it. And it all depends on what theme you chose. I'm just going to put this in the very corner. And make sure you make it a color that you can read. You know, you can easily see the white on my blue. And then open up your Word document again. Take this, copy it, and paste it. And then you can actually exit out of the Word document because we don't really need it anymore. Now, this doesn't really match. I actually grabbed this from the PC version of Word because the Mac version of Word didn't have this one. And the reason I like it is sometimes in Word, some of their clip art is editable. So let's say that you really like this photo, but it doesn't really match your color scheme. You can come in here and double click on, say, the balloon, go to Format, go to Fill, and you can change the color of your clip art to match what you want. So click on the different parts of this clip art, change the color to match your theme a little bit more. So, you know, I don't really have a lot of pink, so I might change it to this purple to match. So just come in here and change. It should not look anything like the original one by the time you're done with it. I might do some blue. So you get the idea. I'm not going to waste a lot of time, but you go in there and you change your colors to kind of match the theme. Like mine doesn't really match. So just make sure it matches kind of whatever color scheme you chose. I have a lot of yellow, so I might put some more yellow in here. I might actually make the balloon yellow. So whatever you want to do to make it, change it up a little bit. Okay, so now we have a six slide PowerPoint. I'm going to go back to my first one because now I'm going to add some additional things to it. The first thing is the easiest thing. I'm just going to go to transition, and between each slide, add whatever transition you want. Since I'm doing honey, I'm going to do the honeycomb. You can do the same one every time. You can do different ones, but choose each slide and add it. So slide 1, honeycomb. 2, I can do the honeycomb, or I can do a different one. I'll just stick with the honeycomb theme. So I'm going to go to each slide and do it. Okay. So then if I go to slideshow from start, whoops. Okay, that didn't work quite well, so I won't play it for you. So just know that they're there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bee fly. So what I can do is I'm going to click on my bee and I'm going to go to animations. Over here you see the word motion path. I'm going to choose draw scribble. This is going to allow me to draw the path that I want my bee to fly on. So I'm just going to make a couple little random lines here, and then the bee will follow that path. That's kind of fast, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my path, and over here in duration, if you wanted to go slower, just slow the duration down. So I might do 5. So then when I play it, it's still pretty fast. I'll just go back to 5. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to add some sound. So hopefully you've downloaded the sound. I'm going to go to Insert, Audio, Audio from File. Go to wherever you download. Hopefully it's in your Downloads folder. Mosquito. Click Insert. Okay, and you have this button. So we have to make a couple changes. Just put it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. That's what it should sound like. On playback options, we want to hide the icon during the show. What this is going to do is when you actually play the PowerPoint, you won't be able to see this little microphone, so hide it. And then we want it to play automatically. And then the same thing with the bee. Under animations, make sure you kind of select that. We want it to play with previous. Now go to click reorder, and it's important that you put the picture underneath the mosquito. So I'm going to click this mosquito, click this little up button. It won't really work properly if your mosquito sound is down below. So just reorder, make sure the mosquito is right above it. So then when you play it, the bee flies and you hear the buzzing noise. If the mosquito is down below, normally it doesn't play. So the noise came in last, so that's why it's important to make sure the mosquito noise is first. Okay, so that takes care of that slide. Next, we want this to go all on its own. So right now, the noise is set for automatically. The bee animation is set with previous. I now want this slideshow. Okay, so I want transitions, but I don't want to have to touch this PowerPoint. It's going to go all on its own. So you're going to go to each slide and under transition, unclick on the mouse click. Okay, and then we want it to go after. So this is how long, how many seconds is this slide going to stay up? Okay, so I'm just going to start with, say, 5 seconds. Okay, and then you can play it. Okay, it didn't go because I'm not in slideshow view, so you might need to go to slideshow from start. I'm not going to do it because it messes up my recording. So then go to the second one, go to transition, go unclick this, click this, and I'm just going to do 5 on all of them for now. Okay. So that should be good. I'm going to, another thing, if you don't like, okay, I don't really like this. I feel like this transition right here is very, very slow. You can slow this down under transition where it says duration. If you slow that down, it's going to make that come in faster. So it's not quite so slow. So I might do that too. I just feel like that 4 seconds is a lot. Okay, so just to double check, you should be able to click on each slide. The duration should be 2, and then after 5 seconds. Now, what I would probably do, like say this one where there's a lot to read, you might need to change it to 10 seconds because I don't know if everyone can read all that in 10 seconds. But that's kind of up to you. So now you're pretty much done. I'm going to try to play this. I don't know if it'll play with my recording. Let me increase my screen and see if that works. Click from start. I don't. So I am not touching it. It is moving all on its own. And that's how yours should be. You should start it and not touch it. Okay, and that should be the end of your PowerPoint. Once you have that, save it and turn it into Google Classroom.